everyone and welcome back to another theatre vlog. Tonight I'm off to the Southwark Playhouse. I've not been to the Southwark Playhouse in ages. I think the last time it might have been The Life. That was like last spring or something. That's mental. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to the Southwark Playhouse to see Bananaman, the musical, which I'm really excited to see. I think it's just going to be absolutely mental and I can't wait. Very red. Why is it so red? Okay, a bit more orange rather than red now. It's the interval. Can't find good light. There we go. It's the interval, and I've just popped out to obviously talk to a camera, as I do. Really enjoying the show so far. It's just bonkers and hilarious. It's quite funny because I was thinking about it when I got into the theatre because of the design of around the stage and such. It's all like comic booky, so it's funny that I'll be seeing Eugenius soon, and I don't know, I feel like these shows are going to be really similar because obviously it's kind of like superhero-y, like cheesy comic book kind of style story. Jodie Jacobs is in this show and she's just amazing. I love watching her and stuff. I haven't seen her in ages though. I think the last time I saw her, I can't remember if it was a show or if it's her concert. It's been a while. And also Carl Mullaney, who I think I saw him when he was in Les Mis, I think. But I've mainly seen him doing like the kinky cabarets and mainly just that, yeah, the kinky cabaret at Freedom. It's been a while since I've been to one of those, but yeah, it's a really fun show, really cheesy. I forgot how big this is. I feel like I say this every time, but I feel like I forget how big the Southwark Playhouse is. I'm really glad that they are allocating seats now. It used to be just like a free-for-all, like you just queue up and get what you could. It's nice that they're allocated now. I did buy my ticket on TodayTix, which obviously I'll talk more about later. Yeah, I've not talked about it in the vlog yet. And it is a slightly restricted view. I'm next to the like sound desk, so that's kind of blocking my view at points, which is a shame because TodayTix normally don't sell restricted view seats, but I think because it's a fringe venue it's a bit harder. But apart from that, it's nice. It's a nice venue because you can just see everything. Like it's bigger than I remember, but it's not like huge. So yeah, fun show, absolutely bonkers, but really enjoying it.
Give me a B, give me an A, give me an N, give me an A, give me an N, give me an A, give me a man. What's my name? Bananaman. If he can do it, no one can. Dressed in blue and yellow spandex, he'll be there to help his fellow man. Wait for it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the chatty section of the vlog. As you saw, I went to see Bananaman at the Southwark Playhouse, It was my second theatre trip of the year and I had a really fun time. I knew that this show had done a from page to stage workshop, I think it was, but apart from that I didn't know really what it was going to be about, apart from the obvious sort of like comic book style superhero type thing. And it was just a lot of ridiculous fun, I have to say. I booked my ticket on Todaytix because they had a Christmas cracker promotion going on. So obviously it was before Christmas time and they hid loads of crackers in the app, and then you found them, you got a code and you got X amount of money off. I did recently purchase the Southwark Playhouse's pay-as-you-go subscription, which is £60, and you can get 5 tickets from it, so it works out as £12 a ticket. But with the whole Todaytix thing, I got the ticket for free essentially because I think it was a £20 voucher. So that worked out really brilliantly. Thank you very much, Todaytix. It's really nice to see more fringe shows coming up on Todaytix. I think it's a really good way for the shows themselves to get promotion through the app, but also it makes it a bit easier to purchase tickets, especially if you've got like a Todaytix gift card or credit or what have you. And speaking of which, if you want to get £10 off on Todaytix and you've never used the app before to order tickets, then my referral code will be on screen and linked below. I really like going to the Southwark Playhouse, hence why I've paid for their subscription service as well, because I think it's a really great way to get like cheap tickets for shows there, because normally even during previews the cheapest seats would be £14, so you're still saving money regardless, and then you have like essentially tickets that you can use throughout the year. So now I know that I'm going to book like Pippin and The Rink and Bring It On, and there's something else that I've forgotten about, but there's like, I know there's 3 shows over the next year that I'll definitely be seeing at the Southwark Playhouse, and in my head I'm like, I've already got tickets sorted, so it's great. I actually just need to book them. That's the next thing I need to do. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check out the pay-as-you-go subscription if you're interested. Anyway, back to the show. I knew a couple of people that were going to be in Bananaman, and that was another draw for me to go. The main person being Jodie Jacobs, who is playing the Crow character. I hadn't actually looked. I knew that she was going to be in it, but I hadn't looked at who was playing who. So it was quite funny when she came out with this crow puppet on her arm, and I was like, oh, okay, she's playing a crow. And it also made me think, I've seen a lot of puppetry in shows recently, obviously Bananaman, and then Pinocchio and The Grinning Man, all in the last like month or so. It's just really funny how stuff like that happens. But yeah, Jodie Jacobs, she is a fantastic actress. I adore watching her in shows. I was trying to remember the last time I saw her, and I believe it was Lizzie at the Greenwich Theatre last year, which was actually this time last year. I'm pretty sure I saw it in January. I didn't love Lizzie, the show, like the story and the way they did it, but the performers in it were amazing. Like it was Jodie, it was Eden Espinosa, it was, oh god, now I feel really bad that I've forgotten who else is in it. But Jodie was incredible in it. So I love seeing Jodie in stuff. She's fantastic, and this show was no different. She's just brilliant. She's just so funny, and I have mainly seen her in comedy roles. I would love to see her in something a bit more sort of heartfelt, but then saying that, I did see her solo concert and I got to see that side of her. So I know that she can do both, you know, and she's an amazing singer. I just really recommend, if you can go see this show to see her in it, do that, or future shows. Whenever I see that she's cast in something, I'm excited. Another person in the show that I've seen previously was Carl Mullaney. As I mentioned earlier on in the vlog, I've mainly seen him hosting and performing in Kinky Cabaret at Freedom, but also I saw him in Les Miserables, and I believe I saw him in a production of Jest End a few years ago. I think that's another thing I've seen Jodie in, actually. I'm sure Jodie was in Jest End, but now maybe I'm looking at her credits and it's not here. I'm sure she has. I'm going to be Googling that later. So as I mentioned, I've seen Carl before, but not really in his own role as such, and definitely not in the way that he's in this show, where he has his own character and he gets to just go crazy with it, and it's great. Bananaman's story is kind of a very, like, almost, I want to say, typical comic book story. It's obviously about a teenage boy who's a little bit like geeky, and he gets picked on, and obviously he fancies a girl in his class, and then there's this comet that's gonna fly over, and the two villains, they are going to try and get one of the shards that comes off of the comet because it has almighty power, and obviously comic book villains want almighty power. And Eric Wimp, the boy, he just wants to watch the comet fly over, and yeah, stuff happens to do with the comet that makes him turn into Bananaman. So that's the general premise of the story. I have to say, as fun as the show was, I've seen some people comment on how the actual, like, the book of it is not, it's not strong, it's not great, and I have to agree. But at the same time, it's like a comic book story. I don't know how people could walk into Bananaman expecting it to be, I don't know, something really serious. I don't want to sound like I'm insulting the show, but you know, you walk into a show like Bananaman and you know what to expect already. It would be like walking into Les Miserables or Phantom of the Opera and expecting something really fun and lighthearted. Like, you just don't expect that. I found that while the songs, I really enjoyed them in the moment, I've not really remembered a huge amount of it coming out of the show. I can obviously remember bits of the songs, but I'd say overall they're not hugely memorable, which is kind of sad. But as I say, I enjoyed them in the moment, so that's what matters, right? I thought the cast overall did an amazing job with obviously what they have. They're all really strong performers. I don't think there was anyone weak in the cast at all, and it was just really a fun evening, and it was especially nice that there were so many kids in the audience as well. It's something I've never seen at the Southwark Playhouse. Granted, I've never seen a show that would be necessarily like child friendly or aimed at children at the Southwark Playhouse, but it's quite nice to see that people are willing to kind of take a little bit of a risk and bring their children to a fringe theatre, and for them to experience this sort of immersive theatre in a way, because I find that at the Southwark Playhouse, by the nature of the theatre, a lot of stuff does tend to be like immersive in a way, like the audience is involved, and especially if you're on the front rows. Just a warning, if you're ever going to the Southwark Playhouse, if you don't like to participate in a show, don't go on the front rows. It's just not a good idea. But it was nice, you know, it was nice to see children there and enjoying it. And also as well, I feel like especially with shows like this that are comic book themed, it definitely rings back to sort of like the 80s and the 90s. So anyone from those generations will also really enjoy it. So it's bringing all the generations together, which I think is really lovely. I can't say that this was one of my favorite shows that I've ever seen, but I'm glad to have seen it. It was good fun. It had a really strong cast and they did really well. Obviously, it was really nice to see Jodie and Carl, especially, again, because they are fantastic. Yeah, I'd highly recommend going. If you've been to see Bananaman at the Southwark Playhouse, or if you're planning on seeing it, let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to know your thoughts. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of me in the future. Make a lot of theatre content, so if you like theatre, stick around. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!